Hey, dreamer! Do you struggle with motivation? Do you wish you had more? Find out how to pump up the volume on motivation right here on the Dreamer to Achiever channel, your channel for the skills, strategies, and encouragement you need to make your dreams come true. Please be sure to stay tuned till the very end of the video for bonus material. And be sure to click on the link in the description to sign up for my newsletter and receive a free tool for dreaming. Welcome, dreamer. My name is Ann Welch, and I'm a success coach, and I've been an educator for more than 30 years. My passion is to help people just like you achieve your dreams. In my last video, we discussed various strategies for goal setting. Today, we're going to take a deep dive into the skills and strategies that you need for motivation. Motivation being the fuel to make your dreams come true. So, bring your goals to mind and let's get motivated. I like to think of motivation as fuel that drives us towards completing our goals. Sometimes we run out of that fuel. We get discouraged or we don't seem to care as much. We lack that motivation. We know we want to achieve the goal, but we just don't have the drive to do it. Many people ask, well, what's wrong with me then? Nothing's wrong. This is actually something that everyone goes through at some point or another in their lives. We all experience that lack of motivation that interferes with getting things done, doing what we need to do, accomplishing goals, and pursuing our dreams. If you have experienced that, don't worry because I'm here to help. Before we get into the strategies, let's talk about what motivation actually is and the different types of motivation that exist. As I said, motivation is a fuel that drives you, but where does it come from? Well, there are two kinds of motivation. One type of motivation comes from within. It comes from your desires, your wishes, your hopes, your dreams. And that's called intrinsic motivation. Then there's the motivation that's outside of you. That motivation is usually in the form of rewards, celebrations, compliments, all kinds of things. If it is a thing, and or if it comes from somebody else, then that's extrinsic motivation. Both are really important. However, to truly get that motivation going, it's nice to have a balance between the two. When we think about motivation, it's important to recognize the role that the actual goal plays in motivation. If you have a goal that's not specific, it's going to be harder to get motivated to achieve it. Also, if you have a goal that's too hard, it's not achievable, then that is going to really interfere with your motivation. So when you're setting goals, make sure that they're specific and that they're achievable. One type of goal that can help you on this journey is a SMART goal. SMART goals are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-keyed or time-bound. If you want more information on SMART goals, please see the previous video, or you can look in the description of this video and find some links there to help you out. Now that we've gone over some of the basics, let's take a look at those strategies. I want to start with intrinsic. The number one strategy for intrinsic motivation is double down on your why. Your why is the reason that you want to achieve the goal. If you don't have a strong why, then you're not going to have strong motivation to achieve the goal. Why do you want to achieve the specific goal? What will you get out of it? What would your life be like if you did achieve this goal? What would it mean to you? I like to start with the why and ask why again and again and again until I can't ask why anymore. Here's an example. I want to learn how to play the piano. Why? Well, I love music. Why do you love music? Well, I love music because it fills a certain void in my heart. It moves my heart in different directions. It enriches and enhances me. Kind of hard to ask why after that. That's about the biggest part of that why. I want to learn how to play the piano for me. And what will I get out of it? A sense of fulfillment, a sense of peace, or being emotionally stirred or moved. That's what I would get out of learning the piano. Can you see how your why can play a big role in your motivation? The next strategy I'll share with you, again intrinsic, is visualization. This involves your imagination. Visualize you're completing your goal. Imagine what it would feel like. Again, what it would sound like, what it would mean to you. Incorporate as many senses as you can, but focus on the emotion because emotions, especially strong ones, can provide impactful motivation. The next strategy is to remember to celebrate good times. Come on. You've got to make sure that you celebrate your achievement of pieces of goals or the entire goal itself. Part of the celebration is reflecting, again, in a very specific way. Let's say, I now know how to play the piano. I can tickle those ivories. What happened that got me there? Well, I practiced and practiced and practiced for countless hours. I need to celebrate that. I practiced. I stuck with it. I demonstrated consistency, resilience. These are all things to celebrate. What else did I do? Well, I asked for feedback from other people about how it sounded. That's a celebration in and of itself, to share your journey with somebody else, to invite them in along the way, to see the down and dirty, not so pretty stuff and where you end up. Then they can be part of that celebration too. Because of the reflection, this is a bit intrinsic. The celebration itself is the extrinsic part. Here's another strategy that may seem a bit intimidating. The strategy is gathering support around you. In order to do that, you want to find like-minded thinkers. You want to bring people into your journey that will support you and encourage you. They'll help you grow. They'll give you honest feedback, constructive feedback, and they will join you in celebrating your successes. Now that we've gone over some of the strategies that you could use to help fuel or strengthen, build up your motivation, I'd like to turn to the bonus material. Your bonus material for this week is about a certain type of motivation. That motivation is gamification. Gamification can be so much fun. It's a process where you turn things into a sort of game. For example, you might have a chart on your wall or in a book or somewhere prominent where you keep track of habits that are moving you towards your dreams. So if I had a goal that I would exercise each day for 20 days, I would put, this is going to sound so silly, but trust me, it works. I would put a star on a chart marking that I've done that. You can just fill in a box or just put a check mark. Whatever it is, there is a lot of research that shows that this psychology of keeping track of points or, using tally marks, check marks, whatever, that those tools actually do have a positive psychological impact on motivation. If you are working on something that's a bit longer term, I want you to remember that you can chop it up and look at it in pieces. So if I have the goal to learn how to play the piano, I might start with, I'm going to learn how to play the major scales. Or I'm going to learn the basics of music theory in order to understand the notation and how to read the music that I'm trying to play. These are smaller goals within a bigger dream. And every time I accomplish one of those goals, then I can tell myself I'm leveling up. I'm moving closer to that goal. Now, what happens when you level up on a video game? You get some things added to your game that you didn't have access to before. How can we incorporate that into leveling up for gamification? This is very individualized, but I would recommend that you have something really cool happen at each level. Let's go back to the physical fitness idea. I want to improve my health through physical fitness, and I set a goal to exercise for 10 days. And when I've accomplished those 10 days, I'm going to say that's the basic level. I'm going to level up to level 2. When I level up to level 2, first of all, I'm going to increase my expectations, but I'm also going to celebrate the fact that I was able to accomplish the work in level 1. So instead of exercising every single day, I might say that as I level up, I can have a free day where I might just do some movement, but it doesn't matter what the movement is. Or I might have a free day just to kind of goof off. It's not going to hurt my ability to accomplish the goal to take just one day off as long as I start back up on level 2 the next day. It also might be helpful to put in a little friendly competition, competing either against yourself or competing against someone else. My husband and I have set a goal. When we achieve that goal, we are going to treat each other to an evening out bowling. We really enjoy that, and we haven't done it in so long. This is something to look forward to. I could also challenge him and say, I bet I can complete this goal first, or I bet I can reach this milestone first before you do. Whatever type of competition you have, don't worry about whether it's with someone else or yourself. Just do what makes sense for you in your life. Now we come to the most important information for you to really own. And that is that the journey is yours. I said this on my last video. There's no one right or wrong way to do this. Have fun, get creative. The more emotion you invest in it, the more motivation you'll have. Choose the strategies that work for you. If you're not sure about one, try it. That's important data, whether it works or not. You'll continue to grow and learn about yourself. And most of all, you will continue to keep on dreaming. Bye for now.